STPC, Board Smoking Pipes here. Sunday. Got the day off, except for yard work. Thought I'd shoot you a quick video this morning. Probably gonna be a few of them because it's the second half of that shootout. Got the Missouri Legend. This one's fresh with Sutliff's Majestic in it. Got that pipe broke in pretty good yesterday with the Voodoo Queen. Ran several bowls through it after I talked to you. And like I thought, it'd make a pretty good all-day smoke. It didn't get too wild, and I don't know, it was about maybe 10 bowls, maybe, I don't know. I didn't really count them before I started wanting something else, and it started kind of tasting bland to me, but I know what that is. That's my taste buds getting numb to what happens to me with coffee too. I've changed brands of coffee for a little bit. Guess I get too complacent to the flavor and start overlooking it. Imagine I'm not the only one that does that. This one, leading up to this one always gave me a better taste of barley. It actually gave me that nutty flavor. Rustic, you said you was doing the same shootout with Voodoo and Majestic. Let me know if Majestic gives you that more burly taste. Sometimes it's on the retro hail for me, or maybe when I let the pipe rest for a little while and come back, I'll get it just before I light up, because I'll run the same thing like that, 2 or 3 bowls in a row. One of the main reasons why you see me carrying a cob all the time, because I'll smoke several bowls in a day. And my briars do fine doing that, but I just don't like carrying my briars around work because I don't want to lose them. And I would. I dropped a corn cob the other day down in what they call the starch pit. We mix cornstarch with a caustic and water, and they got third chemical. Basically, it makes a glue. The unused portion and the waste and the washout water and all that hits the pit. Well, I was working above the pit, and for some reason I stuck my pipe down in my shirt pocket instead of putting it up. Keep it in my locker up front most of the time. Anyway, long story short, I was bent over and wrenching on something, and it slid out and hit the pit. Like, just a cob. That bad boy, I kept the bit, and I tossed the rest of that one. Didn't hurt my feelings a bit. You see that? I got a flyby of a red wasp. Sucker's been going nuts down here. Kamikaze type things going on. Red wasp mating season, they get drunker than the skunk, I guess, and run into everything. Like a teenager with hormones. Oh well. Well, I guess I better get at that mowing. A little windy, be burning anything. Hadn't rained in a day or two, so it's a little dry too. Maybe after I finish this pipe. Gotta break this one in so I get the real flavor of the tobacco. Let it flavor the pipe and then see how it's gonna act. This is the one I said it burns longer. I guess I pack it pretty tight. Feels awful moist in the bag to me. I let this batch, well, I took out a portion. I let it sit out and dry out a little bit. See how that works. A friend of mine is talking to me about Sutliff tobaccos, and he got the impression that they get a bad rap. I don't know. I agree with him. I've gotten that impression before when talking to people. Kind of think it's a preference thing. Maybe it's how'd I hear that guy? A tobacco snob. That's what he was describing. I think that was Buckeye Piper out of Ohio saying that. He's in a pickup truck, heading down the road, drinking a cup of coffee. And I want to say he had Carter Hall, maybe. OTC blend, I'm pretty sure. He was enjoying the daylights out of it, and he was shocked. And he kind of admitted that he was afraid that he'd had been kind of snobbish to him lately. Of course, if I got that wrong, he's probably aggravated at me now. So, you know, yeah. Let me know, Buckeye. If it wasn't you, I apologize. I know it was. No, it was the guy in the truck anyway. The conversation was about the simple things. Caught my attention. Some of the most simple things in life are the best pleasures. It's just a crying shame that it takes us so much living to figure that one out. If we come out of the chute that way when we were young, life would probably be a whole lot better. I don't know. I don't know if it's being affected by commercialism or if it's human nature or what drives that. That subject will take a lot more pondering and a lot more pipe smoking. wife got me that coffee cup. I imagine you seen what it said on the side. Hers said something a little different. It was a setup. She handed me this one and goes, "Look, honey, you're Mr. Right." And then she picked hers up a few minutes later with a hot cup of coffee in it, and she made sure that it got in front of my nose, and it said, "Mrs. Always Right." I guess she learned to be a rascal since she's been around me. I did inform her that her cup was a liar, though. Well, I said it's going to be short. I guess I told you a story. There you go. Sunday story right there. Getting that burley. Something about burley. Just gives you a little satisfaction feeling there. Not like a cigar. I used to smoke cigars, especially the dark ones, the robust ones, or the richer ones. I'm not sure. I'm not a big aficionado. I dabbled in them for a while. Always gave me that full feeling afterward. They're also what told me there was something different about cigarettes and cigar smoking and pipe smoking. Because back then, I could smoke a big old fat cigar, be on that thing for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, and get down to the bottom and still want a cigarette back in my younger days. So that told me right there that tobacco is not always just tobacco. I've learned quite a bit since then of the processing and all that. Watched a few videos, done a lot of reading on it. YTPC. Have a good Sunday. We'll talk to you a little later, a little up further on the shootout. Might have to jump. YouTube says I can only do 15 minutes at a time. Happy smoking. Be safe. We'll talk to you later.